rise for the pledge this morning, please? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Good morning, everyone. Our first order of business is a review and approval of the minutes. I don't have them.
I forgot them with the other signature folders, so I believe everyone would receive a copy of them, so you could vote to approve them.
And then we can sign them tomorrow?
Yep.
All right.
I did not receive any changes or corrections
From anyone? All right.
Yep. All right, I'll make, oh, you did?
He made the motion?
I'll second it.
All right. All in favor? Oh, no, we need roll call. Oh,
I made the motion.
yeah. Sunny seconded it.
Roll call number one for a minute. John Pike.
Yes.
Sunny Patton.
Yes.
Travis O'Hare. Sharon Campion.
Yes.
Rick Mooney.
Yes.
4-1.
Okay. It's 10 o'clock, so we have a public hearing in accordance with RSA 31:95-B to accept a grant in the amount of $571,776.20 from the Department of Homeland Security for staffing for adequate fire and emergency response SAFER grant opportunity. Does anyone here have any comments? I think we've kind of covered that. All right. We will open it to the public. Is there any comments?
No, obviously this is the SAFER grant.
Yeah.
When we went back with Alicia and come back and employ 2 people for the 3-year terms. We've had the application, the advertisement out. Hopefully we can pick somebody up.
We
2 people.
We haven't yet.
No, we have not.
No.
No, we're in the process of getting applications, and right now it's like every job market. It's just I don't care if it's doing a mechanic or police, fire, or anybody right now. It's just trying to find people is just gonna be, I think, just tough in general. I don't.
Take some time.
Yep. It's
But
take a
it's
little
there.
time. Yep.
There's not a limitation as to how long we can.
Nope, the grant is for the 3-year period of time, and which has started, but we have to keep advertising and keep on.
Will it keep extending it?
Right, we have to keep on looking. As long as we're looking, we're within the grant parameters. If we were to stop, in other words, we can't just say, well, never mind, we didn't get nobody, you know.
So let's just say, for an example, it's 6 months from now before you can hire somebody. Does that mean we have 3 years,
Nope.
6 months?
No, it progressively goes down. So say we didn't hire somebody to the 2-year mark.
All right,
We'd
then-
only have that grant for that period of time. Now, we can go back and
And get
ask, can we, because there's money here, can we extend this out? But that would be a decision they'll have to make at that time.
Okay, and we want to make sure if that happened, that we did it soon enough, because we know it's kind of takes some time.
It's a lot of paperwork, yep.
All right, awesome.
Thank you.
All right, anyone else from the public have any comments? Okay, we'll close the public sector then, and do we have a motion? Does someone want to, Sharon, you want to make that motion?
I'll make the motion.
I just asked Sharon to make it. That's okay, Linda, do it, okay. Go ahead, go.
All right, well, I didn't hear you say.
No, that's all right.
All right, motion to accept a grant in the amount of $571,776.20 from the Department of Homeland Security for staffing for adequate fire and emergency response. SAFER grant, opportunity for the reimbursement of wages and benefits for 2 firefighters for a 3-year period starting 2023.
I will second that motion.
Someone say, we need roll call.
Roll call number 2. Sharon Campion.
Yes.
Travis O'Hare. Sunny Patton.
Yes.
John Pike.
Yes.
Rick Mooney.
Yes.
4-1.
We'll go on to new business, and we have a Trevor Gilbert pinning for the fire department. Sorry, I almost
Yes,
said.
so after your year period, or your 6 months, depending on where you're at, when we hire you, you get yourself pinned, you get your badge. This is the moment that you become your full-time firefighter status. You're no longer a probational firefighter, and you get your badge that you can wear with pride with all your gear. Trevor has completed it, and he's getting it today. He's here with his wife and his father.
Awesome, awesome.
Come on up. Trevor Gillis started this was a year ago. He came from us with Loudon as a call guy. He's met all the minimum requirements of our hiring, and today will be the day that he gets his badge. We'll be pinning you today. All right. Well, we decided we're not gonna climb. There you are.
Oh, she's nice. She's putting her hands behind her so she doesn't drop.
Congratulations.
John,
Thank you very much.
congratulations.
Good luck.
I know, see, I know, I almost did the same thing.
Thank you.
Okay, EMPG amendment acceptance. What's that?
Yes, so we had
Oh, emergency
accepted
management.
the EMPG grants, last year. They just sent us that they're extending the period of performance period, from 22, Mike?
Yes.
Up to
So we did we already did the whole EMPG, we did the whole grant, the whole update of our emergency operations plan.
Oh, that's what you were meeting with all the department heads.
Right,
Okay,
and we
got
sat
it.
there and
Yeah.
she read it over
Yeah.
to us over and
Yeah.
over again, yes.
Yeah.
That has been completed, we just needed to get the paperwork in and need your signatures so we can get reimbursed, our money reimbursed to us, that's all. And that will be all we need.
Okay, all right.
And it's a typical paperwork, it's signatures from every one of you, and then you have to initial each bottom of each page, and that way we can get it off. Thank you.
And the motion has to be read as I have it written from you, specific from FEMA.
Okay. Does anyone in the public have any comments? Okay, hearing none. Do we have any? No? All right. Who would like to,
I'll make the motion.
all right.
Motion that the select board, by a majority vote, accepts the terms of the Emergency Management Performance Grant amended as presented to reflect the changes of a period of performance dates from August 31 of 22 to August 31 of 23, also authorizing Chairman Ruth Mooney to sign all documents related to the grant.
I'll second it.
All in favor? We'll need a roll call.
And then I will hand the paperwork for everyone's signature. So there's a signature, and then at the bottom it says subrecipient initials. He has initials on that page, and then initials on the next one after. Roll call number 3. Sunny Patton.
Yes.
Sharon Champion.
Yes.
John Pike.
Yes.
Travis O'Hare. Ruth Mooney.
Yes.
4-0 motion passed.
And we don't have to worry about doing that for another 5 years, it's every 5 years we have to redo them.
So if 5 years from now you go through all the,
We do that, same thing, yeah.
is that because of law changes or?
It's changes for our community, because we may have different,
Needs.
the needs, whether it could be, all of a sudden we have a gas plant in town, or something, just changes that, so we know how to operate through our plants.
All right, okay, awesome.
Got our shoes in motion.
All right, let's go on to, because I think Sharon probably will speak to this one. The next one is the cemetery trustees alternate appointments request.
Hello. So, those are our two applicants that are interested in being volunteers or alternates for the next 12 months or so, 11 months.
So this, it says it will expire in March of 2024.
Correct.
Okay, all right. Any questions?
Nope.
All right, would someone like to make that motion?
I'll make the motion to approve the cemetery's request to appoint Norma Patton and Kevin Sturgeon as cemetery trustees alternates.
For term to expire in
Terms
March.
of March of 2024.
I'll second it.
Yes.
Sharon Champion,
Abstain.
Sonny Patton,
Yes.
Ruth Mooney.
Yes.
6-0.
So question, Alicia, is now a good time to talk about that fence or no?
Sure, if you'd like to.
Okay, so we're trying to, work on the fence at Dow Cemetery on 107 closest to Sunny's place, the one with the missing. We had talked about it before. We can't locate somebody to repair the fence, but Mr. Pike had mentioned using, Patrick and Kyle. And so we were wondering, because we don't have a specific procedure for things like that. Like, I can't go to Lowe's and buy fencing. I would have to submit for captain reimbursement. So I guess what I'm looking to find out is if we can utilize Patrick and Kyle, is their town employee status to get that fence repaired? Or do we have to hire somebody outside to do it?
I don't know what the extent, I don't know what the,
I believe, I'll refer to Patrick
Oh,
on this,
there you
because I had
go.
asked him to look into it to see how much it would cost, and that was a year ago.
Right,
Yeah.
at that time was less than $500.
Yeah, it was not expensive at all.
And I had asked him if he had the time at that time, and if he, so how do we
because
expense
it's
that?
spring right now. Is it something that has to be done right now?
I-
Only because it's spring cleanup time,
Well,
but,
no, fence broke 3 years ago.
Oh, okay, so,
whenever
yeah.
they could fit it in.
I would wait until I have the extra man, part-time man in the summer, and the 3 of us go over and do it in a day.
okay, all right. Gentlemen? Are you fine with that?
Yep.
I guess,
Yep, I'm good with it.
all right. We don't need a motion, it's just,
No.
it's
It's a way of saving some money.
there's a couple places for, oh, did you get the, okay, all right. You listen, Sharon, there's a couple spots on there that need your, initials, I'm sorry.
Oh, I thought it was just like.
No, right there.
Got it.
Okay, all right. TAC update, Brian, Jax, this is the, what's it called?
So the Transportation Advisory Committee,
He's not gonna get away without coming forward.
You
Come
got- you
forward,
gotta-
Brian.
You're in the front row now.
front row, as long as I don't screw these things up.
That's not so bad.
So, there's not a whole lot for this month. The one thing that the Transportation Advisory Committee wanted us to bring forward to you guys was there's some grants available for electric vehicle charging stations. The stations themselves seem to be fully funded. I put a little bit of time into looking it up, but there are extra expenses that the town would have to come up with, such as bringing the electricity from the pole to the charging station, which can be, $10,000. It's just, these grants are out there, they're not utilized. The intention is to put one at, like the library or the mill, get people that are coming up the 93 corridor. Right now, it's north-south, 93 and 16 is where they're primarily focusing on. That first phase of the grants ends or closes in May, so we don't have a lot of time left to get in on that one, but the second phase will come open if it's something that we're interested in. Somebody can invest some time in it and see exactly what is paid for and what the town would be responsible to come up with, and if it's even something that we are interested in.
I think
bringing
there's a
it to
charging
Belmont.
station over at Granite State Credit.
There-
That's closer to 93
There
than it is
is,
Belmont.
there's a whole bunch at the Tanger outlets.
Oh, is there?
There's a couple different kinds of stations. There's a phase 2 station and then a quick charge station. I think that we'd be kind of stuck with a phase 2 or a type 2 station rather, which is an hour worth of charging, gives them 20 or 30 miles. I mean, I'm not an expert at this, but the intention is to get people to come park in Belmont, walk around downtown, maybe
Oh, while
use
they're
the
charging?
trail while they're charging. Yeah. So.
I would say the park and ride too would probably be the better option.
Oh, 106, yeah.
There is that as well, yeah. I mean, so it's basically whether you guys want to pursue it or not. And then the other thing that was talked about a little bit is the 10-year plan. This intersection out here is still in the 10-year plan.
Mhm.
It was proposed, Sean said he thought it was going to go to right-of-way in either 2023 or 2024, so we should start hearing more about the final plans for
I
that.
think they had told us that they were going to start engineering, and we would see the surveyors out here. I think that was a couple of years ago, that
Mhm.
they had told us that I don't know if we've seen any or not.
Last year, before Tim departed, he spent a significant amount of time mapping our sewer lines and our water lines.
Sure, because we had
all of
that
stuff.
leak right on, just before the stop sign.
Well, and if we have repairs or
Not leak, we had a freeze-up.
work that needs to be done at the intersection, that would be the time to get it, looked at.
So it's on the 10-year plan. I think we were put on the 10-year plan about 5 or 6 years ago.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
20 years ago.
I was gonna say.
Whatever. Yeah, and I think I've had every head of DOT and Concord, and we've had senators here and everything looking at that, and they're still on the,
it sounds like they still don't know exactly
Yeah.
what they're gonna put in.
yeah, all right.
But that's all I have from them.
All right. Well, as far as
Thank
the electric goes, I think at this point, I mean,
Maybe not rush to do it.
no,
this
I don't
month,
think we need to
but
rush to do
how
it.
many-
That's my 2 cents worth, but I don't have an electric car. If I had one, I guess I'd probably say, yeah, we need to, but yeah. As they keep burning up on the highways and stuff, yeah, kinda,
Let it
okay.
get the bugs worked out.
Yeah, there you go, before we,
Stay there, Brian, you're next.
Well, and just for the information, like, not too long ago, well, I want to say probably last year, I went to one of those webinars that the Office of Planning has. They have the monthly one that you can zoom in, and they did this whole seminar on
Please.
electric vehicles.
yeah,
And they said that the statistics show by 2030, more than half of the people in New Hampshire will have electric vehicles.
really.
So putting it on the back burner, yeah, but I don't want to like hide it in the oven where we can't see it, because eventually it's going to pop up, and it might be better to be a little proactive than reactive on that.
My thought is, I
That's
think
my
the great way is down where the pavilion. I mean, that's kind of, as I'm thinking about
Yeah,
this.
charge your car, have a
Maybe, I mean, does it take special electricity? I mean, we got light poles down there. Can't they put a plug on a light pole?
No, it's 240 volts, about 50 amps.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
Oh,
for the quick charging stations, yeah.
Oh, is it?
So
so you have to have a,
and I think you're right, is you're looking for places like your libraries, someplace you're gonna be for a little bit of time, because even.
oh, if somebody goes into,
An
oh,
hour,
is that,
you're not like, click, and come back out, it's like plugging your phone in for 5 minutes and walking away. type of
Okay.
thing. So I think that's, I mean, you're probably like, maybe in like a parking lot, if there was somebody leaves a car there for a bit.
so like out on one, and you would think out on 106, but where do they go for an hour on 106? So, yeah.
I think you'll probably see them pop up at your malls and stuff more so, because people shop around there, or at least going to DG or something.
Yeah. Interesting. All right. Thank you, Brian, for the update.
No problem.
Oh, water system rules and fees update. That's you too.
It is, yeah.
You're
I
busy.
usually try to hide in the corner and not.
Yeah, you're not in the corner anymore.
Not today, I guess. So, the last time the water rules and regulations were updated was July 13th, 2008. That's when they were adopted by the board the last time.
Okay.
Currently, Underwood is working on a usage rate study, which I think Alicia's been in communication. I'm not sure if she's got any answers out of them as far as where they're at.
No.
But our water rates in the town of Belmont are some of the lowest in the region. What we can change without Underwood, or what we have the ability to change, is some of the fees that we charge for services that we provide. As you guys know, Pennachuck takes care of some of our system and all of the treatment portion of our water system. Our department, myself, Craig, and the guys that work with us, go out and we do a lot of the day-to-day operations to keep the cost down to the town. I mean, Craig and Eugene wrote a great contract that covers most of the stuff, but all the incidentals are what adds up. So some of the things that we're suggesting, first off, I didn't start out on this adventure to make all of these changes. What I started out for was the first thing. We have kind of been implying this rule that when we do a seasonal shut-off or a temporary shut-off, we leave the water fees are broken down into a unit charge and then a usage charge. And we leave the unit charge in place and bill the customer the unit charge when we shut the water off. And now that I've been doing this for a year, we shut them off. I've had a couple people ask why, and I don't have anything in writing to tell them why. So I looked at some neighboring communities, and neighboring communities have some language in there that actually put it in writing, so it gives me something to back up to the customer or the town clerk, tax collector. So that language is what I'd like to add on the first page. Simply states in instances where an existing property that is connected to the distribution system has water turned off for any reason, the fixed quarterly rate set forth in the water rate and fee schedule shall remain in effect. It just gives us some teeth. It's what we do anyways. It just puts it in writing.
And obviously, even though they do shut it off, it is still there.
They still have our equipment. They still have.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
And at any point in time, we can go out and turn it back on for them. So.
Do we charge a fee when we turn it on and when we turn it off separate from?
We do. There's a turn-on fee and a turn-on fee that gets billed through the town clerk, tax collector as well.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and that's the only thing you found in that contract that you needed to update?
Well, so when we dove into that one,
mm-hmm.
Alicia asked me where the fees came from. And I don't have that answer. The fees are the old original fees from back in 2008. So what we did was we looked at what it costs us to have one of our foremen and one of our truck drivers go out. I'm not comfortable just sending one guy out alone in today's kind of social climate.
Yep. Yep.
I like teams of two to go out wandering around people's property to do this stuff, or if they have to enter a premises. So we're proposing to update the rate for our hourly billing, which basically all of the fees fall into 1 hour of billing, to 55. That covers a foreman, a truck driver, and a truck, basically, for an hour.
Yeah.
Still cheap.
That's so cheap. Because we're a municipality, we don't have to go before the PUC when we make rate changes, correct? Because obviously.
It says right in the rules that the select board has the authority.
Unlike a private public utility, you have to go before the PUC.
The usage rates may be a different story, and that could be why Underwood has undertaken that portion of this.
Yes. Okay. But it's still under the restriction to separate.
I mean, obviously,
right now we're talking about the fees.
Right, and obviously, we know what it costs us, I assume, to run the water portion of the municipality. And obviously,
the rates needs to reflect
right,
our
we can't be losing money. We need to at least break even on that. All right.
So, and then the last thing that we're proposing to add is a separate fee for doing final readings. Whenever real estate's sold in town, the real estate agent requests a final reading.
Mm-hmm.
This is something that Cynthia didn't make it here today, but Cynthia and I have talked about a few times.
We never charge for that?
We don't currently charge for that,
mm-hmm.
and her team invests probably a half an hour's worth of time, and then
you've got to go out.
We have to go out, physically get the reading for her,
mm-hmm.
bring it back to her. I mean, then they generate the bill. Sometimes that goes smoothly, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes we can't find stuff. Sometimes we have to enter a premises.
Yeah.
We just put a flat fee of the hourly wage on it to start with, and at least it allows the town to recoup some of the expense for doing this stuff. I mean, I've done 12 this calendar year,
Sure, 'cause it's,
and 2 of them I've done twice. So I've been to 2 different locations because they sell and then the sale falls through, but you still have to go get a new updated
get a
final
new one,
read.
sure.
So it's just a lot of time that our department and the town clerk tax collectors department
And I
is
guess
investing.
when you're saying $55, all right,
Yep.
to shut the water off, I mean, we all know, we've all had our washing machine or something go that you've gotta have a repair guy come, and they come and they look at it, charge you what, $150, $200 to tell you that now we gotta order, obviously you pay again. I mean, I think, I think you're light, basically. I probably shouldn't say that, but,
Well, these are just suggested fees.
Sure.
I mean,
Right.
it's a number that we came up with.
is Catherine able to, tell us that we're breaking even on our water versus, income versus expenses? I mean, does she know that these fees that he's proposing are going to, offset what the expenses are? She might,
These would be more so in addition, because he's doing these, during his regular hours, and if they were after hours, they would be able to recoup some of those fees for after. As far as our budget versus what we're taking in, definitely needs to be looked at. I think we're finding we're not taking in.
and enough. I think it might be worth our while, maybe, if Catherine can do that, to do a little bit of a analysis before we definitely set what those rates would be.
Yep.
Because to pay you, 2 guys, a vehicle,
Mhm.
and you're talking about, what, $55?
Yeah, it's-
That to me is a little, light, and that's not even taking into effect what it takes to have the girls in the office do their paperwork, because they've got to change and everything. I think it would be in our best interest, before we commit to a figure, that we might get a expense versus income.
That's fine with me.
All right,
I wanted to give you something to start with.
sure,
so.
yeah.
You've done a
awesome.
very good job, I think,
Awesome.
but I do think we should look at it. I think you're a little light. I don't wanna hurt people with the dollar value, but 2 men in a truck for $55 is, you can't get your lawn mowed for $55.
Well, that is fair enough. I just,
Yeah.
It's fair enough, and I wanna be fair with these people.
yeah.
We were just trying to start somewhere, John.
Yeah, I
Yep,
understand.
yep, no, understood. Yep,
Yeah.
So the other things that I highlighted in here were after-hours calls. All of our guys are union guys, so if they get called out on a Saturday, it's a 2-hour minimum. The town's gonna get charged, so it's a 2-hour minimum. The customer's gonna get charged, or should get charged.
It should
That's
get charged.
just-
Yep.
Just kind of.
and make sure that
standard.
that's a fee that's comparable to what, it's costing us to call someone out,
Okay.
and go get a vehicle, whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome, all right, good.
I have a question.
Ask away.
I would ask you to look into a separate water system. I believe on the corner of South Road and 140, that development in there, they're supplied their water either by Guilford Well. They used to do it. They maintained it and see what they would charge. What would happen if the town opted to sell its water system completely?
What if?
Give it to Penachuk and say, "No, we're done, chasing this stuff.
Okay.
Here's our maps, here's our planning, we're gonna sell the water company."
Okay.
Well, I know that-
Or what does Laconia charge, or what is another small town, maybe in our size, that has a water system as we do?
Yeah.
And the highway department gets hit with maintaining it.
And I
Okay.
think if I remember correctly, that particular group of people came before us, I don't know, a couple years ago, time flies, but I believe that their rates increased as much as, I think it was like 400% or something.
Yeah.
Because again, they're a small public utility, they're governed by the PUC, but they have to do all the same testing and all the same everything that a municipality has to do, and there's very few
I-
people.
I can tell you that it will be a lot more expensive than the prices that we've highlighted here. They're a for-profit agency, so their techs get paid, regular
make
time
money.
up to a certain hour, and then time and a half to a certain hour, and then after that hour, they get double time. We've experienced that in a couple of our issues.
And I think that they came before us not too long ago about putting a generator on their well, because
Yep.
they asked about a propane tank.
Yep.
Yeah, which is, the customers have to pay for that.
Well, I'll do a little more research and get back to you.
Yeah, this is a very good idea. At its time, but better do something, I understand that.
Yep, well,
We did look at a variety of different, towns' rates, so this wasn't, we just didn't kind of pull this out. We have done some comparables, and this is kind of what we came up with. I mean, we just, like I said, we didn't want to hit everybody
I understand that.
too hard first, so.
And you can't really compare a municipality to a private public utility.
Well, that's-
because it's a whole different ballgame.
we use
Check Meredith, we check them.
the municipalities that are listed online
Yeah.
and just went with that.
Yeah.
So,
Awesome.
we can dig
Good.
further.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Okay, our next item is the Belmont Baseball Organization parade requests. Is there someone here to talk about a parade?
I'm here representing BBO. My name's Don Miller. Pleasure to meet you guys. So we have on opening day,
May 6th.
yes, May 6th, we'd like to have a little parade through the park. We're going to start at the Pavilion, go up Mill Street, cross over Main Street, go up to the school, go up School Street to Bryant Field.
So basically, you need police for Mill Street and to cross Main Street. Yeah. And I assume this is all the kids?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So one of the great things that's happening this year, BBO, is we got a new board,
Yep.
kind of restructure. I've been a resident of Belmont since 2006, and this is the first time being on the board for me. I have a little one in T-ball, so I'm going to be with the group for a little while, I hope.
Yeah.
But we have 125 participants this year, plus 30 volunteers.
Nice.
Last year, I coached the T-ball team. I had 17 regular players. This year, we have 32. So that's
you got-
awesome. So we have 4 teams versus 1, and we have a ton of sponsors this year. So we want to show off the banners for the teams.
COVID is over.
Yes.
People are coming out of the houses and out of the woodwork. Awesome.
Yeah, getting the kids
Yep,
involved.
getting involved.
We're expecting about 30 minutes for this parade, maybe 45.
What time are you thinking of kicking that off?
So we're looking at 8:45 for the participants to start, and have the parade kick off about 9 o'clock.
By 9 o'clock?
Yeah.
No problem.
I'll make the motion to grant the request for BBO parade on May 6th.
Thank you.
I'll second it.
Awesome. And you have marked some,
Blessing. He said he
something, what phone number, whatever.
I've been
Yeah.
communicating with them.
Oh, have you been, oh, okay, so you're ahead of the game. Good.
Tasha
Awesome.
John is our league president, so you'll be in contact with her.
That'd be fun. Huh?
Do we need to vote on that?
Anything but.
I second that
roll
motion.
call, but you can just do a voice call.
Oh, can we? All right. All in favor?
Aye.
All right, great. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank
Thank
you.
you very much.
Thank you for volunteering.
Excellent.
Yeah, awesome. Okay, LRPA agreement renewal. Oh, public access.
Yes,
All
Police
these-
Region's public access, they're the ones that do our, live stream and our videos. They also do, let's see, what did they say? They recorded Old Home Day last year, the deliberative session, aired the NHDES update, promote bulletin board notices from town departments, maintain the live stream pages and stream area events such as the Hewitt Awards ceremony. All of this content is available 24/7 on LRPA's VOD channel. And so this is just, our yearly agreement for you guys to sign and agree on, and the contract fee for this, we use the,
Franchise
franchise
fees.
fees from Comcast and Bridgeline to pay for this.
Okay. Any questions, Sharon?
Nope.
No? Anyone from the public have any questions? Okay. Bring it back to the board. Sharon, would you like to make that
I'll
motion?
make a motion.
No, I'm asking you. Sharon, would you like to make that
No.
motion?
Sure.
You was the chairman or something.
You can be my second. So I'll make a motion to approve the Lakes Region Public Access Agreement with 2023-2024 total contract fee of $11,474.07 to be paid out of franchise fees.
Roll call, or can we just take a voice?
Who wants to second it?
Oh,
I'll second it.
second. All in favor?
Aye.
We're gonna blow Alicia's
You just
breath.
don't want me making motions,
No.
I see that.
And Ruth can sign this after.
All right. Okay. Beautified Belmont Day. I was so excited to see that. We started that a few years ago.
Yes, we started
Yeah.
kind of when I came on board,
Yeah.
and we've always tried to pair it with Earth Day, which is, Earth Day is the 23rd. I know Danielle had already kind of jumped on the bandwagon of, getting a group together. Fortunately, but unfortunately for her, we have an amazing building and grounds crew who's already started their spring cleanup.
Oh, there's nothing to do downtown, right?
So I was like, well, this is time to put the trash back. No. So they've already started, but I know we have invited the schools to participate. Craig has already gotten the blue bags. Just needs your final blessing to promote it, and
And people can put the bags beside the road and you'll pick them up Monday, Tuesday.
pick them up on
We
Monday.
have a dumpster somewhere that you're gonna,
Normally, we just, if, depending on how much we have, we kind of, we put some down here, some down.
oh, so we just fill our own dumpsters. Yeah, that's right. We kind of,
So
Instead of getting a dumpster and dedicating it, just,
the bags are available at the highway department and town hall, and we just ask people to kind of put their street not their address, but the street name of where they're gonna be collecting trash, so Craig kind of has an idea of where to go and pick up the blue bags afterwards. Danielle, do you wanna talk about yours specifically, where your crew's gonna be?
Well, we were gonna do the park area, but I believe after talking to Patrick, we're gonna do like the area around the beach, the Route 3, that Brown Trail corner and stuff like that, the parking lot and the upper area there. And then really just kind of anywhere we see. We were gonna do the park area, but he definitely skipped right in and now it's all pretty again, so.
awesome. All right.
and
Well, I
you
know.
do the trail itself.
They put the trail as the conservation area. And that's, so I didn't want, because we're not like an organized group, I don't want them that close to the river, and I guess they normally pull stuff out of the river. So I don't want kids to be falling into the river.
Yeah. Yeah. Neat. All right. Good.
Taking off this weekend.
So I have a question for Craig. With the trash bag pickup, my crew is planning to do Jamestown Road and hopefully Union Road. Since the kids are gonna be on vacation, do you care if we start early, like Wednesday next week?
If honestly, to be honest with you, if we can give people, if we can have somebody try to take on that much work, we would be glad to, as we're going by, if we see bags at any time, we'll try to pick them up.
Okay.
And that's just, that would be great.
Well, that's where we'll be.
Yeah. Do you have bags?
Yeah, I stopped by the shed last week while you were at lunch, and the other Brian gave me a box.
So I got 10 boxes. The boxes are actually small. We used to be able to get like, I think we used to be able to get 15 in the years, but they're just, we can't get as many as we used to, but I think they're still fine. So I got the maximum amount that I could get, so I think we'll be good. We'll just have to get them every year.
Yeah, and there are some at town hall.
Yes.
I need some. I'll get mine tomorrow.
There are 3 or 4 boxes at town hall.
Okay, awesome. Good. We don't have to do anything with that, do we?
No.
Okay, all right. Any other new business?
Just an update, I got a letter from New Hampshire Electric Co-op advising us that they will be doing vegetation control services under their lines. So they will be spraying a pesticide control.
Really?
Herbicide.
Interesting. I thought there wasn't any such thing anymore.
So we do have the topographical map here depicting the location of the power lines. I also forwarded it to Craig. I have the copy. I think it says they will also copies of NHEC door hanger notification and herbicide spraying to be left with each power line right of way or butter, along with copy of herbicide use notification.
I didn't know there was such a thing anymore. Yeah.
The only other update, I'm not sure if Belmont is interested, but from the Governor's Office of Emergency Relief and Recovery has a municipal boat launch investment program. That closes in June. We're not sure if we want to be in the boat launching, business, but if you would like me to pursue it, I can look into it further. I have not invested much
I
time
think the
or
only
effort
problem
into
you would be
that.
able to do that is at your beach. And I think
beach.
you already have
I think we'd be opening a can of worms, don't you?
And when if there's somebody there.
Lake access
Yeah.
down there to like drive into it, but the elevation and stuff wouldn't allow for it down at our
You'd have to
beach
do a
area.
lot of work into next
It
to
would
the
take us
beach
years to get
and-
approvals, I would think, wouldn't it? You don't just put a launch in.
Environmentally, it's a mess.
Yeah.
You can't hear.
Nice idea, but,
Okay.
and did that come from the state?
This is the Governor's Office for Emergency Relief and Recovery.
Okay.
Moved over.
I think, that's my personal opinion.
I don't want one.
You don't want one? No, no. Do you want one?
We build one, we're gonna have to maintain it.
You asking me?
I'm asking you, do you want a boat
God
launch?
forbid.
I guess no boat launch, right?
No boat launch.
No boat launch, yeah, okay. Any other new business?
No.
Any other old business?
I have reached out to the two main auction companies, in regards to Dearborn
Land.
Street. They both are pretty much the same. They do have the buyer's premium of 10%, which is, again, on the buyer. There's no cost to the municipalities. They, I guess it's kind of a preference. From what I've heard and seen, a lot of people tend to favor the St. Jean auctioneers.
Which is pretty common, he's
I don't
around.
really have a preference with which one we go with. St. Jean did actually drive by and looked at the property, which I felt was a plus. They seem to think it could easily go for 50 to 60,000. It's still a little bit under maybe what we need for it, but at the end of the day, they feel that, we could still auction it and
Yeah, and somebody built something and we received taxes where now we get nothing, it's just a vacant piece of land. At least if it got sold, then we would start gaining some income from taxes.
they did advise that the other company that I asked wanted or advised to do it an absolute bid, which you could have someone essentially just bid $2,000 and you're stuck with taking that. He said that obviously that's a risk because you could take far less than what you really want to, but he said he wouldn't do a minimum bid and it would be conferred by the town at the end. So say we did need the 59 because that's what's due from us from the last time in the back taxes. If it came up at 50 or 55, we'd say fine, we'll let it go for that. At least recoup as much as we can.
I mean, St. Jean, yeah, I always see them in the paper, right? They're always doing auctions. I mean, I don't think there's a, what do you think, John? I mean, you're in the auction business.
Yeah, cars,
Oh,
trucks,
all right. Well, you know,
wheels.
You're in the auction business.
They have 8,000 people on their email list. They do heavily advertise it. They'll stick a sign out front. They put it in the newspaper. I mean, they said they have thousands and thousands of people who visit their website and who do these auctions. And
Does anybody, I mean,
What's it assessed for now?
it's assessed for, what did we say last time?
Oh, I
Was
can't-
it 46, I think?
Yeah.
yeah.
And the other thing to remember too is even if we did get above what we were due, any
We,
excess
it has to
funds
go to
go
the
back
family
to
or
the
whatever.
sort of prior
We can't make
owners.
any money on anything. So say we have invested in that piece of land $50,000 and someone comes in and bids 55, we have to give the 5,000 to a family. We have to find the family, previous owner,
Yeah,
whatever it
I
is.
understand.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just curious what it's assessed for now.
Yeah.
Current
47.
47, so if you get 55, you're doing pretty good.
Yeah.
We're due for 59 and change from what we had
What you have in it because of the demo,
Demo and back taxes and whatever, yeah. But we may not get that, but then the feeling is if somebody came in and,
There's not a lot out there, I think you'd be surprised.
you might be, but even if somebody came in and bid
Water and sewer, so-
50, it does, but it's also got ledge, but, But again, at least if it's sold, somebody builds something, we would be getting taxes, which we're getting nothing, so.
$300,000.
I guess, are we in agreement to go with St. Jean? Is that what
Yes.
you're looking for us to kinda,
I'm in agreement to go with it.
yeah, yeah, I mean, I know they're pretty active in the area, so. Okay, all right. Do you need a motion on that? No, just me.
Consensus is fine.
That's
to-
cons-
to
a
go with,
consensus.
St. Jean.
All right. Any other old business?
Oh, I also did bring to you that little sliver of land that we also had, that was of no use to us. I did notify all the abutters. Pike did actually come and see me, and he said he may be interested in it as using it more so as a buffer, between him and the next property owner, so, he said he just wanted clarification on that, and he's gonna think about it and come back to me.
Okay,
But
all
maybe
right,
getting rid of that one too.
yeah.
No other old business.
I'd like to thank the Barnstead Fire Department as well Manchester Fire Department for allowing us to use a ladder, as well as Manchester Fire allowed us to use their flag for
That was
the
an awesome
receptions
flag.
yesterday. As well as Belmont Police, obviously, for Dan.
Yeah, it went really nice. It was, they were right on time. It was awesome.
There were definitely a lot more cars than I thought there were gonna be, but no, I just like to publicly thank them for allowing
Yeah.
us to do that.
It was really nice. It was a great tribute.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. That was your parents' home for years. That's exactly right, yep. Okay, our next meeting is scheduled for May 1st, and I believe we have a non-public, correct? And, did you give me you didn't give me, so we are going to go into non-public, 91-A number 3, Roman numeral 2, letter C, and roll call.
John Pike.
Ruth Mooney?
Sonny Patton?
Sharon Champion?
Awesome. Thank you, everyone.
I'm gonna say.
Well, I mean, you could always like, put me in the back.
Recording stopped.
You again. Gee, we get to see you in non-public almost